Our Moroccan road trip has already taken us through vibrant Medinas and winding mountain trails, eating more tagines than we can count. But we had no idea that the second half of the trip would bring even bigger surprises. From unexpected road mishaps to surreal, otherworldly landscapes and a 4-day desert trip with 2 camels and our 2 dogs. This leg of the journey constantly had us going, wait, what? Hey, I'm Nika, and this is Flo, and in the next 2 episodes we will take you from the rugged trails of the Dardes Valley over the snow-covered peaks of the UNTIE Atlas right into the wide and windswept horizons of the Saharan desert, sharing the 5 things that truly took us by surprise on this journey. We left the Tola Gorge in the afternoon, heading toward the Dardes Valley, our next stop and the only one on this trip that Flo hadn't seen on any of his previous visits to Morocco. Since the 2 spots are fairly close on the map, we wondered if they might feel a bit too similar. But as soon as we entered the valley, we got our first big surprise. This place couldn't have been more different. The surrounding mountains glowed a deep earthy red. Houses made from the local soil seemed to grow right out of the hillsides, their colors blending seamlessly into the landscape. And ruined kasbahs stood like time-worn sentinels, giving the whole scene a slightly ghostly air. And then there were the trees. Their pale silvery branches caught the light in the most unusual way and sparked a lively debate between Flo and me. Flo and I just had a major discussion because I was saying look, there's birch trees. It's like, no way, there's no birch trees. They don't exist. We still haven't touched one. We still haven't verified.
I think they're just calling them birch.
They're just calling them birch.
Because they
look, there's one. There's tons of them down there. There's tons of them down there. Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, you can Google it, make up your own mind whether birch trees exist in Morocco or not. To me, they look like birch trees.
Yeah, okay. I can agree on that. They look a little bit like birch trees.
Enough of the birch tree discussion. It's super beautiful here. And I can't wait to explore tomorrow. First, we have to find our place where we're staying. Finding our little charming guest house was refreshingly easy, and after a much needed night of rest, we were ready to explore the Dardes Valley and its famous monkey fingers. I think this is a new record. This is the fastest I got lost on the trail. Trying an alternative route. There was a whole bus of people that was spat out at the same spot that we were starting. It's like, hey, there's an alternative route. We can go to the right. But turns out it's not really a path. So already after 5 minutes into this hike, we're lost. I think we're nearly back on track. You can feel it. Yeah, there you go. At the beginning of our hike, we passed through the village of Ait Arbi, where time seems to move at its own pace. Scattered among the dusty lanes are traditional kasbahs, fortified Berber residences built from rammed earth. These structures once served as both homes and strongholds designed by local Berber communities for protection and everyday life. While many have crumbled over the years, their weathered walls still tell stories of the past. And moving through their quiet shadows, watching village life slowly unfold around us, felt like stepping into a living memory. A beautiful and grounding start to our day in the Dardes Valley. This hike turned out to be the perfect mix of stunning scenery and pure fun. It felt more like an obstacle course than a walking trail. We followed the canyon floor, winding our way through soft sand and wading through patches of water, ducking under massive boulders, and even doing a bit of light free climbing to get over the bigger ones that blocked our path. It was a natural playground for us and the dogs, and exactly the kind of unexpected adventure that makes journeys like these so memorable. It's getting smaller and smaller. So here we can choose if we either rob, like go down on the floor, or climb up. that's where we came from. You can keep going straight or turn back this way over the rocks. But I'm not sure this is really the way. Flo decided that straight ahead it is. So we had another little climbing activity with our goats, dogs, mountain dogs. They're like, yeah, we do this every day. I think we're nearly at the monkey fingers, apparently. Maybe they're behind this hill. We're at the monkey fingers, it seems. It's a little bit anticlimactic, I find, because what we've seen before, I think, was even nicer. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the path is challenging. It's an adventure in itself. There's no more sun, and there's a bit of wind up here, so it just got a couple of degrees colder, for sure. Once you come across the canyon here, the landscape completely changes. It's a lot greener and more open landscape. I think we made it to the end of the world. We're finally there. Here it says we have to go left before the riverbed. Now we're in this huge riverbed.
I think they're building a highway.
Yeah.
Highway to hell.
The colors are pretty spectacular. The whole riverbed is grey.
That's a funny sentence.
Okay, the contrast of the colors is pretty spectacular. I find it pretty spectacular. And if you're looking, there's nuances of the browns and the camel color and the greys and whatnot. I think it's pretty spectacular. One of the things I love most about these hikes is noticing the small wonders, those quiet details that Mother Nature hides in plain sight. Along the side of the dry riverbed, I stumbled upon what looked like a natural color playground. Swirls of yellow, red, and greenish blue danced across the rocks in unexpected shapes and textures, like abstract paintings stretched across the earth. That, combined with the profound silence of the valley, was yet another surprise the Dadas had tucked away. Oh, and in case you were still wondering about those mysterious birches, turns out Flo was quite right. They're not birches at all, just very convincing lookalikes, aka poplars. We are in this super beautiful hotel that I somehow found on Airbnb.
Well, super special about Moroccan housing is that they use for all the wet areas a limestone plaster, which they call tadelakt. And you can mix it with certain colors, and then it is polished with soap. And the water in the soap makes the plaster become absolutely waterproof. So you can use it for the bathrooms and even for the rooftops. And you can apply it to edges, corners, and round corners as well. And this gives the Moroccan houses very often a very organic feeling. And you can even make whole bathtubs out of this. And they applied this in the entire house. And at some points you can see the clay, and then they applied the tadelakt on it to create some ornaments. Makes it really beautiful, and it has a super smooth touch to it. And we are on the road again. It's a chicken game road. Flo was very upset, I think, that all the roads were so good since he last visited. Now he finally found a road where you can play the chicken game, and he's taking full advantage of it. So the adventure level of this trip just went up a notch. So far, I'm the chicken. Luckily.
I think the adventure just went up another notch because it's 1 degree, it's snowing, we're like on this mountain road that's super curvy going uphill.
And we thought we were going into the desert.
And we obviously have a car that is not set up for ice on the road, on a steep road. Oh no. So here's the thing. We were on a road that was supposed to be like 5 hours and something. And then all of a sudden Flo was like, hey, look at this. Google Maps has found another way and it's only 4 hours 40. What? How much were we saving?
40 minutes. 40 minutes.
We're saving 40 minutes. 40 minutes faster. He's like, that's amazing. We don't have to backtrack to Timlia. We can...
And I thought the route might be more interesting.
And the route might be more interesting because it might be going right over the mountains, which is where we are right now. And I think he was totally right. It's more scenic. It's more adventurous. The faster...
We have to find out.
We still have to find out because if we get into like an icy slide down the mountains and crash the car, then we might be stuck here for a while.
I did not expect that.
When we were talking about going to Morocco, for some reason I was picturing something warm.
Drier? Warmer?
Definitely not snow.
I told you that I like this country because it has so many opposites.
Yeah. This is definitely unexpected. And there's ice on the road.
And we're still good.
And we're still going up. Holy cow.
Camel. Holy camel.
This is no bueno. 2,300 with our all-weather supercar Dacia Sandero adventure car made for all weather. We made our way back down safely, though I'm pretty sure I gained a few gray hairs along the way. As the road leveled out, the landscape shifted once more, offering up yet another breathtaking view. We spotted palm trees, camels appeared in the distance, and the soft golden curves of the first sand dunes came into view. We were getting closer to the edge of the Sahara. We made it to Mamid, the Plain of Gazelles, where we met up with Flo's friend Yahya, who will guide us through the Sahara for the next 4 days. With the paved roads behind us, we're heading into the desert, clouds of sand rising in our wake as the sun dips low on the horizon. This is a place that holds deep meaning for Flo, and I'm excited to see how our shared journey through the desert will unfold. One thing I can tell you for sure, there's still more surprises ahead. But more about that next week.